Damn it, y'all. I think these dudes have somehow done it again. Following back-to-back Hall of Famers is no easy task, but after the second Lord of the Cheeseheads took his crazy to New York, it was finally Jordan Love's time to take the reins. Now, after a slow start, there were some bad words bandied around early, but as reps continued, the time spent learning started to show, and the raw talent has shown through. With the cannon strapped to his right shoulder and a coach who can genuinely draw him up, the Packers look like they might have secured their future. Again. Let's start with that right arm of his, because the talent there is terrific. Love displays great natural accuracy despite some pretty terrible mechanics, able to zip with super speed and prime placement. Here's a good example of the arm and the offense. In a two tight end condensed formation, the Packers bring Reed in motion towards Love to gain intel, before sending him back out and into a deep comeback as part of a heavy play-action two-man concept. The corner backs off to maintain leverage against the speed, and the heavy play-action sucks up the underneath level while providing Love an excellent pocket to operate from. And he pays off that design with a perfect throw, right off the back step of his dropback, throwing with pinpoint placement. More perfect precision here on the goal line against the Giants as Wink brings all that he can to try to unsettle Jordan Love. He knows he's got to go fast, winding up before Malik Heath is even out of the cut, throwing to a spot to where only his man can get it. And honestly, it's hard to throw a ball more accurately than that. And again, LaFleur is going to use that motion to help out his young QB, bringing Reed all the way across and into a wheel as part of a boot left play. With no one following the motion, the Bears zone is revealed, and with four players flooding one side of the field, a crack is found. The corner needs to carry Reed, but the motion and route make this difficult, and Love pulls off a spectacular dime, rolling left, with his feet not set, throwing on a line to Reed for the big catch and run. Arm talent draws the oohs and the ahs from the crowd. But at the pro level, there's more to it than just zip. The game is played between the ears, and one of the best indicators of a quarterback's future success is his ability to go through his progressions. And this is something that Love has excelled at. On the short third down in the red zone, LaFleur again comes to that play action, and watch Love's eyes scan the field to find the score. With only a yard needed, Love will first get to his tight end in the flat of the motion, but two defenders spring wide to stop it. So he gets his eyes to Bo Melton. The coverage is tight and takes the attention of Eddie Jackson, so Love works to a second crosser, Dontavian Wicks, floating this with precision for the score. There's really no need to fade this, but again, this dude thinks he's Kobe. Another short down in the red zone, and the Packers are running a man beater with a backside drag option, leaving two in to give Love time. The Chiefs, however, do a great job passing off the pick, and Love has to work to the backside drag, but the safety has tagged onto this too on the short downs. With time though, Love steps up using that 7-man protection to get his eyes back up to Watson, hitting the vacated window for 6 more. And backed up further this time, the score is still the result. With 6 stood up at the line, the coverage is difficult to tell, and the Vikings will roll into a Tampa 2. But Love still finds the answer. The Packers have an all-goes concept and look to the near side first, but with the safety already at the numbers, he has to look backside. The play action holds Jordan Hicks for half a second, and the roll to half field has the safety giving up inside leverage, allowing Reed to get to the post. With time, watch Love rip his hip through the ball, throwing this flat so as to not run out of field, bringing up yet another 6 points. Often rookies, and let's be honest, that's what Love really is as a first-year quarterback, struggle to get to their check down in progressions. But with modern defenses really demanding it, you're giving up free yards if you don't. Love here has been one of the better quarterbacks over the second half of the 2023 season, routinely finding backs or chip and release options off the play action. Nothing is open off the Packers play action spot concept. So Love works to his tight end, but he's tripped off the block release. So Jordan calmly works to his back, avoiding the big hit by offloading early, allowing his weapons to do the damage. It's not just progressions though, there's glimpses of high-level reads where Love sees the coverage early and anticipates exactly where the ball should go. Here against the Chiefs, he's again presented with a too-high look and 6 men up at the line of scrimmage. The number 3 receiver is better carried, but recognizing the Tampa 2 straight away, he goes after its weakness, hitting the corner route in the space between the half field and flat. More zone beating here, but this time with the blitz to deal with. The Bucks very rarely present QBs with base looks, and here they bring both corners on a 5-man blitz, dropping into a 3-3 zone. Love recognizes this often played 3-3 from film, and knows his crosser will come open in the intermediate window, throwing with anticipation while under some immense pressure. And more quick understanding amongst chaos. The alignment tells us this is almost certainly man with the linebacker out on the boundary, but on a 3rd and long, there's no easy throws here against one-man Robert. But the linebacker is actually going to blitz, and Love knows to immediately go to his back, not hesitating amongst a free rusher, simply finding his man and letting him do the work for the first. LaFleur's great scheming and play calling has been crucial in helping Love sift through the chaos. He shows total understanding of what modern defenses are trying to do, knowing how to attack their defined weaknesses. The flat is open early, but you must go immediately to be effective, and LaFleur's makes sure he has the numbers advantage and speed when he attacks this area. I moaned about teams' over-reliance on the RPO flat screen play in our last video, as it's often slow developing, but here's how to run it with pace. Wicks will come in motion across the formation to become the flat player, and Love makes a decisive decision, finding him fast and allowing him to attack the open space. The motion is a common usage to attack the flat, here bringing Reed at speed to outflank the defense fast for easy yards. And it's used as a distraction too, here running the motion to narrow the defensive formation, then hitting the flat away from more simple yards. Attacking quickly also allows for darts short between the zones. And while I'd prefer to see this attacked from under center, coach and QB pair great here, with LaFleur trusting his senior rookie to be able to read these and throw darts. Again, LaFleur gives a motion for Love to read the defense, and no one follows, indicating zone. Love reads the backside safety sliding down to make a cover 3, and understands he's going to shift wide to play the swing, throwing the curl route to Heath while he's completely behind the defender. These inside windows are open, but you've just got to be fast and accurate, and Love has been exactly that. The linebackers are off on the long 2nd down, and Love fires early, splitting Mike and nickel to find Tucker Kraft. With modern defenses backing up and distributing routes based on offensive alignment, one of the best ways to attack it is with heavy play action. Not only does it provide excellent protection for a quarterback, but it leaves defenders ball watching, either static in their secondary with no job to do, or chasing the ball south, dragging the intermediate area open. With 2 tight ends on the field, the Packers will attack the Lions' cover 4 with a 2-man play action concept, providing 8 men for Love and stretching the deep quarters. The backer level all bites up in case it's handed off. The goal pulls away the safety, and the corner is stuck with outside leverage, allowing Romeo Doubs to cut into space, and with a super clean pocket, Love hits the dagger. More 2 tight end sets here, and more good use of check release routes to offer Love time. The tight ends chip before releasing, offering 8 men to block 5 rushers, giving Love plenty of time to operate. And he shows us that arm, stretching the field to hit the deep out. And in situations where defenses are basically guessing, the play action is even more effective and has been a routine part of LaFleur's scheming in Green Bay. It's not all Rodgers' touchdown poaching. LaFleur draws them up. Creativity also extends in pattern design, drawing routes to force breaks in coverage, again, with the idea of attacking modern coverages. LaFleur has been a big proponent of the 1-4 splits that have become so common around the league, and this is a creative modern play action of an old play. Lined up at H-back, 44 will orbit motion around Love before swinging out as a blocker for the running back. Love is going to fake the pitch to his back and then hit his tight end on the quick over. The box players have to step to their left with the play action, and it's a quick find in behind the levels. Everyone loves a motion play, and this right here is a great design. Reed will come in full sprint to form a bunch, pushing the defense way back, but still at a speed disadvantage. Both Heath and Melton go long to push back the quarters, and then Reed will hook into the created intermediate space on the dig. The play action holds the lower level, and Love throws with anticipation to find Reed with the strike. And watch the releases on the bunch to clear space for the quick throw. Kraft makes contact and pulls the flat defender with him. Watson looks to drag and block a path inside, and Wicks releases slowly before curling into the space created. As you'll have seen throughout, Love's footwork and mechanics are all over the place. And this is not a quick fix, nor something you want to see from a guy who's been sitting for 2 years. His natural accuracy is all over the film, but his tendency for throwing off his back foot has caused him to miss a lot of easy throws. This route release and combo makes it difficult for the Bucks to pass off and opens up Reed into the flat. But Love throws this fading away and completely misses the throw. Often, he's doing this with a clean pocket too. The Packers have the flat open again with the off coverage, but Love tries to throw this at 45 degrees, sailing the ball wide of his target. It's useful when you need to hit a throw under pressure, but when it's causing you to miss easy layups, it's something you've got to fix. He's got a willingness to target these early flats and open windows, so you really can't be missing the free yards that the defenses are giving you. And if it was just this issue of leaning and fading, it might be easier to clean up. But his footwork in general is dreadful. He's bouncing and misstepping through dropbacks, not setting his feet, getting real happy feet in the pocket, and it often causes errant passes on throws where he did a great job to see the read. I worry that with years already spent sitting on the bench, that this footwork is a difficult fix and could potentially limit his ceiling. But the tape certainly does show why the Packers were high on his tools. With all that being said, the tape's there. And over the last half of the season, Love has genuinely balled out and has deservedly put them in the playoffs. Dallas don't really play much of the meta defenses of today, favoring pure man or Dan Quinn's old cover 3 scheming. They're loaded with talent, and it'll require Love to pick apart man coverage, of which I know LaFleur will be scheming for. The defense is likely to get torched, so it's really going to be all on Love's shoulders.